Hey, welcome back to Don't Run with Sisters. I'm Kelly, your favorite Jeep driving lawyer, mom of twins, three crazy rescue dogs, and a rescue cat who likes to craft in her spare time. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. It sends me a message to boost my serotonin and my self esteem, and I could use both. And if you're a new returning friend, you already know the crazy you're in for, so grab your drink, sit on back, and let's have at it. Um, it's the 16th. It's late at night. I'm exhausted. Um, this last week. Okay, so my one ding dong client, we go down, we have a bond violation hearing. It's all well and good. It happens. I get in bond, which was a small miracle, but um he's not even out of jail. Bond hasn't actually been posted yet. And he already violated. It wasn't even a whole hour. That's how it's a record. It's a record. Um yep. And that is all I'm going to say about last week because that just hit the nail on the head right there. So tomorrow we go in the morning for a CAT scan of my head and sinuses and ears to try and eliminate that. I've got some other issues going on that we need to schedule some testing for, hopefully sooner than later. It's all good though. It's all good. Like we're just taking things in stride. Yeah. Um, things are moving along. KG Law is now going to kind of, um, I have to close my physical office where it's at and move it over to the new office. I am officially in my new office. We're rearranging furniture and all of that jazz, though, which is a hoot and a holler. I realize that I really don't like moving. Um, However, I am very much looking forward to moving from here to a real house. Um, in my adventures of driving to Monroe and back, I have now tried to stop at Riverview Stitching now twice and missed them both times. However, we have a new little stitchy shop called the Stitching Grotto that is opening in, well, it opened in Trenton. The girl who opened it, it's in with the framing shop. She could not be more sweet. It's just a section of the shop right now, and she's slowly expanding and everything. Um, she was absolutely precious. And I really enjoyed my time in her talking to her in the shop and whatnot. Um, I did have her, she had a sample that I was like, oh, that would be perfect for Kay. Um, and it would looks like it would be fairly easy, quick stitch, right? She didn't have any in there. She's like, I've been looking for it. I don't know. It was stitched a while ago by her mom. She ended up giving it one last ditch when I was in there asking about it. And lo and behold, she found it. So she's ordering it for me. So yay. So on that note, we do have some haul. I know I've been on a buying freeze. Let's just say that, and I still really and truly am trying not to buy, other than things that um, I need to finish projects um, that I'm working on currently, or it's something like that's out of print that I finally found, right? So, or I get as a gift, and let's talk about that. So I have a dear friend, sweet friend named Debbie. She's in our stitching group, and Debbie sent me a care package. And Debbie is just one of those women who is just, she's a character. First of all, if you don't know Debbie, she's a character. So she sent me this beautiful package, and it's got all kinds. She had asked me if I had a copy of a couple patriotic patterns. I was like, no, but they're gorgeous, and I would love to stitch them. So she sent me a care package, and in this, let's start off with this beautiful key fob, and it says, "God bless America," and you'll see why. It's very apropos for what she sent, the booklets. She sent me some glory. We have a joke about red thread. Um, and it's funny because my favorite color is not red. we all know this, right? Like, I have red. I wear a lot of red. But my favorite color is actually like that tropical blue, ocean blue. But she sent me this beautiful cranberry Gloriana. Um, let's see what else. Then we have, I've never heard of Renaissance Designs floss, but whoo, is that nice and sparkly. And I love me some sparkle. So I cannot wait to find, I have an idea where I'm going to pop that in. She also sent me this beautiful Renaissance Designs. It's a purple. And I am just saying, I wish I had had that when I stitched Lady Justice, because I would have, that is, it is more purple than blue. This is a lovely lavender. Hold on, my dog Belle is going nuts, and it's driving me nuts. Okay, so that one is purple, and then she sent me a Weeks Dye Works Lancaster Red. And then she sent me, she made this. How cute are those turkeys? Oh my gosh. Okay, and it's got like the little pouches inside, right? I want to carry this as like a little clutch. I don't know. Like, I could put my credit cards and my debit cards in there and whatnot. Um, I know it's supposed to be like some sort of stitchy bag, but or like little. See, it's got a beautiful zipper. There's her label. Um, but I just feel like it'd be a cute little fall clutch. So who knows? Who knows? Okay, but that's not all she sent me. Because if that was not enough, she's crazy. She sent me this cute little witch needlepoint canvas. How cute is she? Oh, she'd be so cute. Because we all know I want a holiday tree, like one for all the times. And then, so this is the reason she initially said, "Hey, do you have this?" She's a Kogut. And then this one as well. How cool is that? So very cool. So I am extremely thankful for all of that, and putting that to good use. Okay, so then I got it in a 1, 2, 3 stitch order. One of the things was because I'm kitting up Jeanette Douglas's um, Seasons by the Sea. I got in Polar Ice water lilies for that. It's so soft, so soft. Um, and then I also got in for our collection the Ice Coffee Cafe. And look, y'all, I just went ahead and bought them. Again, I can't find them. I don't know. It's driving me nuts. The amount of time that I have spent, the other one was on back order, so it's on its way now. The amount of time that I have spent on the stress that this was creating was not worth it. So if and when I should ever find the duplicate of this pattern, one of y'all will win something. I'll give them away. So then I mentioned to you that I stopped at the store in Trenton. It's called the Stitching Grotto, and yeah, it's downriver. So I picked up 2 patterns. For some reason, this is just making me laugh. I don't know why. It does. And I just think it's funny, and I cannot wait to stitch it. And except for 3 colors, there it's charted in DMC. So go Teresa. And then, okay. We all know that I am likely never going to have grandchildren, right? We all know this. And part of me has accepted it. But I wanted to support this new store. And I have this vision that one day I'm going to have a grandbaby. And my grandbaby is going to get to carry around all of these like little stuffies. She's come out with she's also done Thomas Jefferson and George Washington. She's got I think she's got some animals that are coming out. And I just want my baby to have my grandbaby to have all of the little peoples. So I bought it. Plus, it's just stinking cute, and I love anything. I love anything that has Mr. and Mrs. Claus, right? It's just like I like Noah and Noah's wife with my Noah's Ark. Okay, and then, y'all, I found this. Ooh, she's more turquoise in person. She's a brighter turquoise. She's gorgeous. So I bought a fat quarter, and at first I was like, I don't know what I'm going to stitch on it, but I'm going to stitch something. I think I have it narrowed down to I'm going to stitch the Nora Corbett sand castle on this. Unless one of y'all has a better idea. I do have a fat quarter. I don't know that I will need the whole fat quarter for the sand castle. If I don't, and there's a small piece, I also have the polar bear from Nora Corbett, which is stinking cute. And I could see the polar bear on that too. So, that's all of my haul. Thank you for joining me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so Kim and I have been making plans for the rest of this year and next year, like I've been talking about. Now, I know that Kim is not going to stitch a stocking. September, I'm going to try and really focus in on one, putting in tons of stitches into pandemic to get that. Y'all, that needs to be done, right? Tying up the loose ends from Annihilation August, which we'll talk about in a minute. But I really want to focus in on my stockings. So it will be stocking September for me. I was thinking like stitch on a small, and I was like, no, I need to get my kids' stockings done. So that will be a big push. And then if Quaker Flag isn't done by the end of the month, the goal is still original goal was Labor Day. And then getting the tan done in pandemic by the end of the year. That's a huge one. Okay. So, and then the end of September, beginning of October, Stitchy Witchy B, here on Flosstube and on Instagram. And I are going to do the Witchy Stitchers cryptid sale. And I've already pulled, like, most of it's 310. So look, I have the ginormous Cone of Doom. But I have the fabric ready to go. I have the patterns. We're ready to launch. So that will be October. I don't know what I'm doing in November. And then we have our 12 by 12 where Kim and I are doing the mini masterpieces. We have a few things planned for next year. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited about it. I am going to play WhipGo next year. For my blocks, though, I am going to put in colors. So, like, let's say in January, block 1 and 4 are called, right? And it could be black and blue, or silver, or whatever, right? Because I really want to, I want to finish. Pandemic will be told. I want Pandemic done by the end of 2027. All of the background, everything done. That is my big push in 2027. And then to have the 12 mini masterpieces. I think I'm going to push to get 27 finishes in 2027. We're going to do February is going to be FFO February, just so start gathering up the stuffs. So that's kind of where things are. There's a couple big projects I want to start. One of them is The Seasons by the Sea by Jeanette Douglas. I also have a Chatelaine. That's the Nutcracker, which is one of my favorite plays for Christmas. Like, it's so nostalgic to me. I went every year as a little kid to see the Nutcracker on stage. I like, absolutely. So I want to work on that. So I'm trying to kit that up as well. It is very fancy. And then the last one that I really want to start, and I'm considering, actually, right now it's charted as cross stitch patterns. I am almost considering making it using it as a needlepoint pattern, so that I can pull in some of the other textures and threads that I may not be able to do on cross stitch fabric. And what am I talking about? That is the whole Nativity season series by Marbeck. This is, um, you can still get this. It's still fairly readily available. It's ginormous. It is. Let me see if I can find a picture on the back of what it looks like totally. And I cannot. But it's the Holy Family. And then you have the three wise men. Do they not? They just need like shiny lame and beads and like blinged out, right? There's the camel. The camel to me should be done like in very velvet. Then you have the little shepherd boy, and like the lamb should be fuzzy. It should be like fuzzy stuff, right? And then you have the shepherds with the angel. Um, and again, I just feel like they need more texture and stuff. And then it's the Bethlehem star with the angels, the other two angels. I just feel like that they like look, their wings should be like shimmer, right? Or stuff like that. So that it is a ginormous project. Those of you who have here's a that is how it's done, right? And you can go on the website and get the directions to build the frames now, because I guess that frame is no longer available. I am debating just going ahead and doing it on one big piece rather than separate sections, but then I'm thinking for the ease of handling it, it's probably better to do it as separate sections. But that is one of the plans for next year. Do I think it's all going to get done next year? No. This is one of those, it's going to take a long time. The other thing that I really want done by the end of next year, hold please, this is ridiculous of her. Okay, so those are some of my plans for 2026 or 2027. Of course, I have other things. I ideally too would get the grid done on the periodic table. That has been lingering far too long for Bella. It needs to be done. We just had an avalanche of stuff. So, I did find the box. I was missing Sylvia's bridal quilt box. I found that today. So that's good news. Dog. My dogs desperately need a bath. And for some reason in my brain, the old groomer that we took them to was always open on Sunday, so I could pop them in then. The new groomer who's closer, they're closed on Sunday and Monday. And I always end up in a tizzy where I'm like, oh, okay, we'll just take them in on Sunday. And then Sunday gets here and I'm like, shit. So we have been working away on Annihilation August. I still have to, so the quilt's not going to get to the quilter in time to have it done. That was our, I don't know what's going on with it, project. We'll take it as it comes. I now have the box out for Sylvia's Grotto quilt and my Civil War diary quilt. For those of you who are not familiar with the Civil War diary quilt, here's the big holdup on this book. Okay, so it comes as this book, right? And I have been collecting Civil War diary reproduction fabrics. That's your pattern. There's no instructions what to cut. I would make them paper piecing, like a template if I just copied them, but they're not all 6-inch blocks. Yeah. So it's a small, but this is what it will look like when it's totally done. So I have a few blocks already done. So the goal is to make 5 blocks for that and then 5 blocks for Sylvia's bridal quilt, which is also 6-inch blocks. Now, the upside to Sylvia's bridal quilt is I do have the book, the actual patterns, um, and that, so that works out great. Okay, so, and then I have to, so that will take care of that. I have to cut out Paul's t-shirts, which I was gonna do today, but I ended up napping because I'm just not feeling great. And then Atlas is going to help me with my macrame instructions. So there's still hope that right now we have 5 of the 11 done. Obviously, we're taking down 1, so that's 5 out of 10. If we ended August now, theoretically, that's an amazing progress, right? We all know me. I still want more. So, the 2 cross stitch projects still left on my list are Quaker Flag and Purple Pumpkin. Purple Pumpkin is actually one of my oldest whips. Wait till you see it. It's almost, we don't have it finished today. It's almost done though. But here's Quaker Flag. Quaker Flag is by the Vivsters. I am stitching it on 18 count Sky by Atomic Ranch. Okay, so I got this square done and then all the way down this side. Y'all, I don't like stitching the white squares. I think what's troubling me is that they are difficult to see. If you are in person, you can see them. They're very light. If I was to ever do this again, I would pick, as much as I love this fabric, I would actually pick a different fabric, so that the white would pop better. What I would pick, I honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe a gray, because if you go too dark in the blue, then your blues are going to blend in. So I don't know, but I am now at 77.8% done. In order to have this done by the end of August, Atlas figured out that I would need to stitch like 461 stitches a day. I don't right now, with my being as exhausted as I am, and everything, I don't stitch every day anymore. I used to be able to say, oh yeah, to knock out 500 stitches in a day wouldn't be that big of a deal. That is no longer the case for me. So, I don't know that but that was always the push project, right? Like, I wasn't sure if we were going to make it. Again, the original goal was Labor Day. If we keep the Labor Day goal, and look, August, your August, my August may end up having 57 days in it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. To make it to Labor Day, though, the number drops to like just over 300 stitches a day. That may be more reasonable for me. Okay, so then the other thing I've been working away on is the purple pumpkin. The purple pumpkin is a freebie, which is why I don't mind holding it up. It's charted originally in, I think, in orange, but somebody did a conversion to purple. My friend Shannon's favorite color is purple, and she loves Halloween, and that's why I started it. Again, this is my oldest whip. If you go back to my very first Flosstube, I actually talk about the purple pumpkin, and I think I show my start. I do believe I had to restart it at some point. My piece of fabric desperately needs a bath, and a good scrub. It is stitched on 14 count Avery Ada cloth, and just random DMCs. If you want my numbers, just tell me. But I am down to just this last section, the skull section, and then my actual pumpkin is done. I still need to fill in some of the gray down here, And then we have the stem. So I just have this big section here of the skulls, and then the gray down here. But then I have the stem and the bats, and then I have all the back stitching to do. This may still be a push project to get it done by August 31st. Now August 57th, we might be good on. So that is all of my stitching. Realistically, I have put in a lot of bills. I was even working today. I worked on case files yesterday. Yeah. Um, the two raffles that I only had one person enter, so I'm gonna hold it open one more week. So again, if you are wanting to stitch Twilight Moon, I will happily send this to you anywhere in the world. I don't care. Just use the word moon. Same thing goes for Toes in the Water. This is my duplicate pattern. I thoroughly enjoyed stitching this. It was a quick stitch. Use the word sun. So sun and moon. Get the theme there? Okay. So we'll get those out to you guys. We'll draw for them next week no matter what. That's all my stitching. It's almost 11 o'clock at night, so I'm going to let you go so that I can get some sleep. I will talk to you all later. Remember, if you need anything, feel free to reach out to me at His Princess Kelly on Instagram. Is probably the easiest way. Dogs. And remember, you are smart and you are brave. You are loved. You are needed. You are wanted. And mostly, you matter. So with that, I'm sending you all my love, and we will talk again next week. Bye, y'all.